We will understand what is Hara. We will understand what is meant by inner journey. We will understand what is meant by staying centered today. Like we have energy body containing 7 meridians, otherwise called as chakras. We have something called as consciousness body. It has a center. That center is called as Hara, which in Japanese means the center of your being. Hara is not a place. Hara is a space. Space which is located 2 inches below the navel point, the umbilical point, and it is 2 inches inside. Consciousness rules energy. When we go centered, we get grounded. We become focused. We become internalized. When we become internalized, it finds its center. That center is in the Hara, the bladder uterus area, in the lower belly. The size of the oval here. If you go to ancient Buddhist monasteries in Tibet or somewhere, South China, elsewhere, it has a typical temple arch. The facade of the temple has got typical Hara center, flanked by 2 deers. The meaning of it is, when Gautama became the Buddha under the Bodhi tree in the town of Gaya those days, when he opened his physical eyes, there were no human beings to share what he was experiencing. That area was full of deers. He called 2 deers, and deers were the first students of Buddha. That is the reason why the old Tibetan temples have used as a memory of his first students the 2 deers flanking the Hara. Awakening process, the inner awakening process means awakening of the consciousness of the Hara, nothing else. When you are awakened at the Hara, all the chakras become harmonious. We say that Sahasra Chakra opening is called as enlightenment. No. They are all byproducts. The ultimate opening is opening of your Hara totally, fully, and staying at the center forever. Never coming from the center to the periphery, never coming from this nucleus to the orbit, never moving in the vicious cycles of the societal reality. That is what is called as awakening or enlightenment or nirvana or Buddhahood or Christhood or moksha or kaivalya. Hara is not a chakra, it is a meridian in the consciousness body which governs all the chakras. And now let us know how to go within and stay centered in the consciousness. As a formal practice, as a formal way of sadhana of going within, I suggest each one of you to take breath as a medium. to take breath as a tool to go within. Because in the sadhana of the inner journey, the singular most point to master is letting go. What you let go? You let go of your mind, which is nothing but the patterns and programs of thoughts. The footprints of many people left here in the form of opinions, judgments, impressions, in the form of huge emotional garbage which has been piled up in the form of anxiety, fear, repentance, resentment, agony, hatred, excitement, depression, different varieties. These two areas are loaded with thoughts and feelings. A garbage of thoughts, a garbage of feelings. We have two trash cans here. Let go means letting go of these trash cans. Where? You can let go into your center of consciousness. It is like a black hole. It absorbs everything. It empties everything. So, how to empty? When we close our eyes, there is only one movement in the physical body which you can perceive, that is breath. We stopped breathing properly. Our breathing has become very much erratic and aberrant, pathological. We have forgotten the very process of breathing by way of becoming adults, the adulterated ones. We must relearn to breathe like a child. Only abdomen moves. We must learn to breathe like an animal. Only abdomen moves. We must learn how to breathe like a yogi. Only abdomen moves. All these breath patterns need to be eschewed. Letting go needs a movement. When we sit formally with hands like this, overlapping each other, thumbs approximated with little gap in front, loosen your body, drop your shoulders, relax your body, feet down, body straight, spine straight, nose and navel in one straight line. Close your eyes. Watch your breath. Inhalation and exhalation. When you inhale, the abdomen needs to protrude a bit. The hara is filled up with air during inhalation. It moves from here above. It fills in the hara and moves above towards the head. When you exhale the head and heart, the trash cans into the hara. Like an ink pillar, the head of the pillar is here. End of the pillar is here. Pump it down. The content of the head, the content of the heart will be emptied in the hara. When you exhale, add the element of letting go. Letting go needs movement. Utilize the exhalation process for letting go of your head and heart. Breathe out the head, breathe out the heart into the hara. Second half of exhalation is very important because it is sinking down into the hara. Inside of you, internal side of you. The end point of exhalation is the key. That one moment is like nirvana. For that one moment, we need to be watchful of entire cycle of inhalation and exhalation. Exhalation is most important than inhalation. And the end of exhalation is the key point, the most important point of the entire cycle of breath. When you exhale totally into the Hara, end of exhalation, you meet the Hara, center of your consciousness. Slowly you will understand that the breath becomes vertical and visceral. Visceral means internal, not parietal. It becomes slow, passive, and let your attention be slow and passive onto your Hara. Keep your mind's eye onto the Hara, and the abdomen protrudes with every inhalation, it recedes with every exhalation. Keep your mind's eye onto the Hara. Slowly, the mind gets emptied, the patterns will be broken, all the emotional garbage will be clean, emptied into the Hara. The key points here to understand is there are no efforts. When you watch nature, you don't keep any efforts. When you watch nature, you don't treat it as a practice. When you watch nature, there are no difficulties, you just enjoy it. There is no concentration, you need not concentrate. Similarly, when you watch your breath and put your mind into the Hara, there should not be any efforts. You should not treat it as a practice and there is no concentration at all. Be passive, keep your attention passive, like a child, passive. No active concentration is required. You sit for at least 5 minutes for 5 times a day. One sitting should be lengthy. You cannot separate your inner world from the outer world. The two worlds need to be merged. The spiritual reality and the social reality need to be one. Most of the people who call themselves as meditators and masters and missionaries or preceptors or acharyas, for them, meditation practice is different and the external world is different. No, they're all the same. We need to merge these two worlds. We need to convert every moment of our daily life into a practice of going to our center. Every moment has to be exploited. The mastery of breath is that when abdomen moves with every inhalation and exhalation, every time, 24/7. And it is not difficult. It is very easy. I wish you all the best. Thank you very much.